in the mountains, the pastures and the sea. Wherever you are, there I will be. Talk to me sometimes. I'll always be close by, watching over you from a star in the sky. I love you, my daughter. I don't know when she wrote that. Beautiful. Is everything okay there? What's that?
We can hear you, it's all good.
If you got that yellow screen, I'll just let yeah, there we go. So Nigel, this is for you. It's written by Mum, Nigel. This is for you. I have gone, my dear son, where the earth meets the sky. Where the rivers run deep and fish leap to the fly. Where the wind is not wild, but a soft summer breeze. Where the rain falls so gently to nourish the trees. Life can be unkind and can deal a raw deal, but I'm at peace. And time will tell, I hope, and heal. This is Mum's writing. I'll remember you with love. There'll be no more pain. And sometime in the future, I will see you again. That was for you, Nigel. I'll bring it down when I come down. Vicky, I found a poem here with what Mum wrote for Vicky from Kashmir and Paso. Do not grieve, do not weep, we have not gone, we only sleep. The grass is lush, the sky is blue, we're out of pain, our thanks to you. We've had so many happy years, remember them, and dry your tears. We'll remember too the fun, the treks, the beach, the trophies won. Meanwhile we'll gallop free in the paddocks by the sea. Ears are pricked, tails are flying, hooves are pounding, seagulls crying. Sometime ahead, we know not when, you will see us both again. Remember the good times, the fun we all had. Keep those in your memories and bury the bad. In the meantime, we'll await your presence at the final gate. Wasn't that amazing? I found that. Wow. I'll give that to Sally. So, Uncle Bill, I found, hold on. So, Uncle Bill, I found this poem that Mum wrote for you on your 80th, so I thought I'd read it out. As the years roll by, are you feeling not so frisky? Has your willy got the droop? Does your handshake drinking whiskey? Is your hearing aid a must? Are your trousers fit to bust? And is a night of passion becoming rather rusty? Never mind, dear brother, dreams are always free. And if it is any consolation, it's all happening to me. Not, of course, the willy with the droop. For me, it will be Dowager's stoop. Enough of this rubbish. This card is just to say, many, many happy returns of the day. Isn't that lovely? Hope you heard that, Uncle Bill. Okay. Some more here. She was a very talented writer, my mum, and she loved to write. found to Fiona. I don't know when she wrote it, but obviously when I was having a little bit of a hard time. It's never too late to dream your dreams, to put into practice your skills and your schemes. Look to the future and reach for the sky. You'll never know unless you try. Have faith in yourself as I have in you. There's simply no telling just what you can do. So do it for Mizzy, for Henry and Rum. And last but not least, I hope, do it for your mum. So Mizzy, Henry and Rum were horses that I had, all up there in heaven with mum. I found this hymn. This is for Rosemary. So I'll read this one out. It's lovely. Rosemary was mum's best friend when we lived in Warwickshire. Rosemary, sweetest of herbs with flowers of bloom, the plant of remembrance which reminds me of you. Of years long gone, when shared with each other, our sorrows and joys, you were sister and mother. When I poured out my troubles, your arms went around me. Your caring and sharing never failed to astound me. We were always the best of good friends, you and I, and have never forgotten as the years have rolled by. My sweet little rose, so fair of face, so loving and giving and so full of grace, like the flowers in the bloom, like the flowers that bloom in the garden all the while, you fill our hearts with sunshine, for that is your style. We've both had our problems and pain and our sorrows, but let's hope we can look forward to better tomorrows. I long for the day I shall see you again. So Rosemary dear, where will it be and when? Unfortunately Rosemary never made it over here, but they still remain amazing friends. I think so. Those are some of Mum's poems that I wanted to share, and I've got a whole folder of them for so many people. This is a letter from a friend, Ronnie, who couldn't make it and who couldn't live stream. She's 93, but she was a dear friend and she's in Christchurch. I first met Molly in the early 70s or thereabouts when she came to live in Christchurch. For a woman with 3 children to move to a country on the other side of the world speaks oodles about her courage and personality. We had both become members of a group called Facet, a social platform for those without partners. Needless to say, we had some very interesting experiences before deciding life as a solo provided greater security than what was on offer elsewhere. And so we remained, I can't read that word. Not all families give the love and support mothers deserve from offspring, but in Molly's case, Fiona has come up trumps. It is difficult to foresee when friendships form how long they will last, but Molly and I have stayed in touch despite her moves elsewhere. May she rest in peace, Ronnie Alexandra. Edward, could you pass me my phone, please? Because I've got some emails that I'd like to read out. So this email is from Leslie in Darfield in Kenchby, who's online. And Leslie was a very dear friend of Mum's. It is hard to put my feelings and memories about Molly into only a few words. She has been in our lives for over 28 years. I first heard of Molly through family, that she was living somewhere near to me in Sheffield. When I rang her to introduce myself, she immediately invited me to her home, only a few miles away. Her Scottish accent was lovely to hear for the first time, but at times I misunderstood her. And as the call progressed, I still couldn't understand. She said Bogle Street, just like the bread, very loudly. I'm not sure what that means. Once we connected, her door was always open, and I spent many hours at her home. I was a first-time mum and new to the district, and it was a blessing to meet such a caring and intelligent woman. She took me under her wing, and her care felt very genuine. She reintroduced me to the love of books, in particular historical fiction. There was plenty of conversation about books and literature over many cups of tea, or walking around her beautiful garden in Sheffield. When Molly decided it would be good for me to get a part-time job, she was on the phone to her many friends, and before I knew it, I was working a few hours a week at the local Sheffield garage. Molly would look after my son Ethan during these hours. He loved playing there, but I think she found him a bit of a handful at times, such as when he filled her door keyhole with driveway stones. But when it was time to go home, Ethan didn't want to leave. Molly certainly knew how to throw a party, and we were honoured to attend her 70th at Sheffield, not long before she headed north to be near Fiona. Many of her Melbourne friends were there to help celebrate a wonderful lady. We kept in touch over the years, even after she left the area, always keen to hear how the boys were getting along, always caring and keen for a chat on the phone. Molly will be sadly missed. Love, Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. This is from Mum's best friend, Rosemary. Who's now living in America. My dear friend Molly, so here we are. We met in 1973 as neighbours in Knightley Close, Covington, and our friendship grew from the moment we met. Our children were also friends. We all got on so well that our families went on several holidays together, including a holiday to your beloved Scotland. My dearest Molly, I can hear us now, laughing and crying together, sunbathing in the garden, and I can hear you say, "Oh, Rosemary," in your beautiful Scottish accent. You were very brave to leave England as a single mother with 3 teenagers. You embarked on a 5-week journey to New Zealand, which was not easy. After leaving England, it was a big loss to me and our family, but we continued to keep in touch. In these days, we corresponded by mailing tapes to each other. We missed you driving by our Covington home in your white Volkswagen Beetle, your Herbie vehicle, with your beloved Shandy sat alongside you in the passenger seat. She was a little collie dog that we had. She was beautiful. We did reunite when visitors here in Oklahoma City. Unfortunately, it was not to be that I visited you in New Zealand, even though I dreamed of it every year.